Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a video on the Mauser 98 shotguns. I had a request on or a question on the extractors on the bolts between the 12 and the 16 gauge. One of my viewers was asking me if I could find him one, which I couldn't seem to locate one. And then he asked about the difference between the 12 and the 16. And at first I took a quick measurement before I got into it, and they looked to be identical, but I don't know. I took the shell holder off of this one. As you can see, it's laying right here. I took the shell holder off. This is a 12 gauge. This is a 16 gauge. And when I measure that, first I thought they were both 4.5. But this one is actually, this is 4 7/16. When I hold it just right and everything, this measures 4 7/16 inches. This one measures 4 3/8. And that's measuring from the end right here to the very tip where it bends. Now is the fact that I got the face off, maybe this would bend out and they would be the same length. But they are the exact same length if you measure from right here. They're both exactly a 1/2 inch. So the part that holds the head on, the end of the bolt with the groove there where the head snaps on, they're exactly the same in this 12 gauge as it is. I shouldn't have put that with the cover that way. I guess things got covers all over. I'm coming out, like I say, I'm coming out with the exact same measurement. I could have done this a little more graceful. Where it clips on right here. From this ridge to the outside edge is a 1/2 inch on both of them. Exactly. But the overall length is like 1/8 of an inch shorter on this one than that one. But I'm just wondering if that's not because this end is pushed out a little bit farther because of the shell holder being on there. Which, I don't know if I can snap this back in there with one hand or not. Which, no, I'm not even going to attempt. But if that was in there, and that was pulled out a little bit to hold that shelf head, the bolt face on there, that would be a little longer. So actually, in my opinion, I don't know why I didn't walk in here. I have another 12 gauge. I could have just measured another one now that I think of it, but I would say that those are the same. I mean, if anything, I'm coming up with a 1/8 difference. And by the time you pull that out to where the shell holder would be on there, that would make that 1/8 longer, I think. Oh, I'm tied up my wife's hose. Sorry, there. I should have hooked up the tripod. I didn't think I was going to be trying to pop this bolt face back in there. I'm getting clumsy with 2 hands, let alone one. But you get what I'm saying. By the time we pop that back in there and that gets pushed out, it's probably going to measure 4 and 7/16, like this 16 gauge one does. But the 16 gauge one, if you measure clear out to the edge of the end of the head, clean out to the very tip there, wherever the hell the tip is. Yeah, okay, let's go back. We'll go back to this tip right here. Like I said, I'm getting 4 and 7/16 up here, and I'm getting 4 and 3/8 down here. Were they making it an extractor with that hair of a difference? That seems like a lot more work for 1/8 difference. And you know them Germans, they wanted everything to interchange, so if you needed to fix something in the field, you could. So I would say, I honestly think they're the same. I'm afraid to tear it down any farther. I tried pulling the bolt out. When I open up it won't come out. It won't come out. I'm afraid to go any farther. You know, sometimes you touch something that's hard to find parts for and you break something and you say to yourself, why did I do that? So I'm not going to go. If I took that screw out, I could get that bolt out and take that extractor off of there. But my luck, I'd break it and I'd need an extractor that we couldn't find too. So I'm just going to hopefully put that bolt head back on and quit right there. Because it actually was a little hard to get off than I thought. Now I know there's a way you pop them right off and on there, and I've done it before. But I bought these guns and was messing with these shotguns in the 90s, so it's been 20 years actually since I tore one of these apart. But hey, I should have wrote his name down. I know his last name was Hart because of the heart on the gun. It wasn't Eric, was it? Was it Eric? Shit, I'm sorry. I forgot your name. Got so involved with this gun. But hey, that's what, I hope this helps you. Damn, I feel like a fool. I should have wrote your first name down. I was so happy to see that heart. I thought, hell, I'll remember your last name. Then I forgot the first one. Hey, any more questions, just drop me a comment. And like I say, I personally think these extractors on a 12 and a 16 are identical. I can't see the Germans making a difference of 1/8 of an inch. Their stuff's all interchangeable usually. And the rest of the bolt and everything, I didn't measure the bolt face or put a shell in there, but even they look close to the same. What do you want? Huh? You want outside? Who's out there? Something out there? You want to go out? Let me get your rope here. All right, hey, well, I'm going to end this and let my dog out. So, hey, leave me know in a comment if that helps you out or not.